Hello and welcome to album review number 20. Earlier on I did my album reviews of the Moody Blues ranked, and I stopped at 3 once I got down to the third place, and I said that 2 and 1 I would make their own videos and just do reviews of them, so there's not much suspense because you've seen the title of the video. But second place, my second favourite Moody Blues album, On the Threshold of a Dream, 1969. This is the third album of the Moody Blues Core 7 and the third one that I heard. I actually think I heard them all in order, to be honest. Yeah, now that I think about it, I did, but the first two were quite near the beginning of, it was like mid 2014 to early January 2015, and I think I heard the other ones later on in January, quite close together. But this one's got a fantastic album cover, sort of a machine, sort of, if you'll open it up, sort of a machine sort of sucking the life out of sort of a flower with eyes and ears. I think it's supposed to be a man. Some sort of corporate greed, sort of establishment sort of thing. Anyway, the album starts with In the Beginning, which is sort of what you usually get with the Moody Blues. They tend to start off with a wee poem or something, but this one's quite unique because it's actually sort of a man having a monologue to himself, sort of questioning his own existence and things like that. And the greedy corporatists or whatever tell him how wonderful he is and how important he is to them. But he thinks he's more than that, you know, what they think he is. And then the sort of, no, I don't quite fully understand it, but the deeper sort of man inside himself, which is the kind of enlightened sort of part of himself, sort of reassures himself that he is more than just that. And the vinyl here has got a lovely book that comes with it. It's really nice to look through. It's got all the lyrics, and they're all really, really nice. Like the others, I do have them on vinyl. And track 2 instantly kicks off with Lovely to See You. Track 1 in the beginning is quite dark and quite psychedelic and quite weird, but Lovely to See You instantly kicks in with your sort of classic Moody Blues, uplifting sort of rock and roll. And it's a very beautiful track, very nice lyrics, lovely to listen to. Lovely to See You. It's a great song written by Justin Hayward, and it's one of the best sort of opening songs. If you count track 1 as the sort of introduction, most Moody Blues albums and from the Core 7 sort of have a wee introduction, and then the first song. It's much better than Ride My Seesaw. I think the previous album, I think it kicks in and it's a lot better. Track 3 is Dear Diary, which is written by Ray Thomas, which is sort of a wee bit moody, and it sort of has a sort of sluggish, dull tone to it, which fits the lyrics. The lyrics are about how a lot of people don't live their full potential. They go through life, they work all week, and then in the weekend they spend their time watching TV or, you know, or things like that. And the most exciting thing about their weekend is what they're having for dinner on Sunday, you know, and they should be embracing life to the fullest, that sort of thing. Some pretty deep lyrics, some pretty thought-provoking stuff from 1969, definitely. You can tell that was when a lot of guys were like being stoned and all that. Track 4 is Send Me No Wine, which is written by John Lodge, and it's one of his best ones. I think it's really, really good. Again, it's very, very fast. It's quite fast-paced, uplifting, absolutely lovely, great song. Not sure what it's about though. Then track 6 is To Share Our Love, and that's another one written by John Lodge, which is another very good one. It's quite similar to Send Me No Wine, but I think I'd prefer Send Me No Wine just a little bit. They're quite similar. It's still a very nice song. And then So Deep Within You is by Mike Pinder, which is a sort of a love song. I think it's about sex though, to be honest. It has that kind of sort of tone to it. It has a quite, I don't know, sexual sort of slight tone to it. And the lyrics, you know, if you read the lyrics, I definitely think it's about making love, you know, but in a very wholesome and subtle way. Certainly nothing obscene in the lyrics. That's side 1 finished. And side 2 begins with Never Comes the Day, which was again written by Justin Hayward and one of his best tracks. It's absolutely beautiful. Beautiful lyrics, beautiful music, and it just has this. The lyrics just have this sort of thing of oneness and like love and all that. As a lot of the lyrics do, take a little bit less, give a little bit more. You know, let's let's be with each other and really love each other and be together and stuff. It's really lovely. Next song is Lazy Day, which was written by Ray Thomas, which has quite a similar sort of lyrical theme to Dear Diary. I'm sorry, Dear Diary. I actually said what the lyrics were about of Dear Diary. I got that mixed up. These are actually the lyrics of Lazy Day are actually about sort of you work all week, you come home at the weekend, you sit watching TV all day, and then the most exciting part of your week is about you know what you're having for dinner. Dear Diary, that's what Lazy Day is about. Dear Diary is about something similar though. It is about how people don't live their life to the fullest, and they sort of live these boring, dull lives, and they should take sort of grasp life and you know live life to the fullest. So it's quite similar. Um, then the next track is Are You Sitting Comfortably, which is written by Ray Thomas and Justin Hayward, and that's another very beautiful one. Lots of beautiful imagery in the lyrics. Marilyn and says, I think there's a line that says, "Take another sip, my love, and see what you will see." I think that's about acid. A lot of their stuff is about drugs and enlightenment and LSD, especially in Search of the Lost Chord. I mean, they actually make like references directly to LSD quite a few times, and I think they do in this as well. I think those three albums, In Search of the Lost Chord, 2000 Children, and On the Threshold of Dream, are all about enlightenment in one way or another, in different ways, But Are You Sitting Comfortably is absolutely beautiful, one of the best. And the next track is The Dream, which was written by Graham Edge, and that has a sort of poem, or at least another spoken word part, which you often get at the end of the album, as was the spoken word part at the beginning of the album. All the spoken word parts are usually written by him, and it's also very nice. The last three tracks were all written by Mike Pinder. There's Have You Heard Part 1, which is again a very beautiful song about us all, experiencing what love is and being one with each other. And then there's The Voyage, which is a quite dark and sinister instrumental piece. It sort of sits in between these two songs, and Have You Heard Part 2 it's musically it's pretty much the same as Have You Heard Part 1. I'm not totally sure what what The Voyage is about, what it sort of does in between, it's supposed to mean in between those two songs, but it works anyway. And Have You Heard Part 2 is just as beautiful as Part 1. We all belong to the same world, all that stuff. Turned on to the same word, all that stuff. So all around, I think the album's about like enlightenment and that kind of stuff, and there's talk about dreams and things like that as well. All around, it's a fantastic album, and my personal second favourite Moody Blues album. I'd say it's quite a bit better than Days of Future Past. Like I said, 2 and 1 are sort of, I'd say, are quite close together in terms of their quality. But this is amazing. One of my absolute all-time favourite albums, and I definitely suggest giving it a listen. It took me a couple of listens to really get into it. The first time I listened to it, I wasn't a massive fan of it, but the second time I really, really liked it, and now it's one of my favourite albums, so I'd definitely persevere with it if you're not a big fan of it, as goes with most of the Moody Blues Core 7 material. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will post my last review, which will be my favourite Moody Blues album, and again, if you know the Moody Blues, you'll know which. The only one I haven't mentioned yet will be number 1, so I'll do that tomorrow. So, but that's all for today. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.